Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial of TraffikBuster version 4. This is Manny from TraffikBuster.com. Here in this video we are going to be talking about a little bit of an overview of the main area to make it easy for you to navigate all the features that the software provides, and that way you will not be lost looking around for things. When you first launch in the software after you have installed, and if you have not installed yet, please go back and watch the installation video. But after you install, register and launch, you will land on this area here, and the event log will always be maximized inside the software by default, and basically it's telling you, that the name of the software, the current version, and it's just giving you a welcome back to the software. You can of course close this and you will land here, and you'll see that there's nothing here. On the top bar we have our navigation bar, where you can navigate different portions of the software, and I'll show you that here in a minute, but let me explain something to you first. If you go to the top bar here where it says the name and the version of the software, where you can minimize, maximize or close the tool, you can also right click there, and by default the software always tries to stay on top of other applications. That means that if that is checked and you try to pull up Skype or Windows Media Player or whatever other software or browser on top of that application, you will not be able to. The software will stay on top of them. If you don't want that, all that you have to do is right click on top of it and just uncheck that. The software also gives you the ability to minimize to the system tray. If that is checked, which is what it does by default, when you minimize, it will minimize to the tray, or you can uncheck that and it will just minimize to the taskbar. That's pretty much it there, and on those two options. I always like to minimize mine to the tray because I always have a lot of stuff open on my computers, so that makes it easy for me. Now on the top bar you have the enable, which means pretty much runs the bot, and when you hit enable, that button converts into a stop. You can, or on enable, and you can pretty much play and stop the bot here. And you also have the pause button. You can pause in the middle of any operation and resume back with the campaign that you might be running. And you also have here on the top right, you start from the left, you have the settings, which pretty much opens up the settings of the software, which is divided on 3 categories. You have your general settings, which pretty much covers the amount of threads, the web requests, and the proxies. Then you have the accounts settings, which you click here and it pops up, and it has all the settings that has to do with accounts. If you want to import stored accounts when the software loads, if you want to store credentials or not, if you want to use pre-made accounts, if you want to create accounts on the fly, you have the registration details. You also have your CAPTCHA settings. Then you have your avatar, header, biography, website and location settings, and you can also set the delimiter for your output if you're telling the software to save all the accounts. And then third, we have the tweeting settings that covers everything that has to do with the tweeting. You can also set here how long you want TraffikBuster to run. You can set it to run forever until you hit stop, or you can also set it to run for X amount of hours, minutes and seconds, which is a pretty good new feature that we have added. You also have your tweet posting delays, you have your tweet spat, your URL paths, the amount of tweets that you want to include URLs. You have, then you also have if you want to use hashtags in your tweets, or if you want to use trends. and it gives you several options. We will cover this on the settings video, but this is just an overview to show you all the features that TraffikBuster version 4 has. And you can also have the generate bear tweets messages, which pretty much sends out a tweet with your link, but it doesn't include a trend or a hashtag inside of them. And that's pretty much the overview of the settings. Once you set those up, you also have the event log, like I explained. It opens up by default, but you can close it or open it here. You also have your view activity, which pretty much tells you exactly what it's doing. You have your ID, it tells you what proxy it's using, the username of the account, the status, if it's creating the account, if it's loading an avatar or loading a header, sending a tweet. It will tell you exactly what that account is doing right here in the status. And then it will give you the amount of tweets that account has sent, which is pretty cool. You can also arrange these tools here. In this last tab it says arrange. You can just arrange like that, and you see how it splits up in the middle of the window to make it easier on the eye, especially when you're tracking. Then after that you have your macro manager settings, and for these we have a separate video that explains everything that this macro manager does. So be sure to watch that video, because it covers in detail everything that the macro manager does and how to use it. And then we have all our stats. Pretty much it tells you how many active threads you have, how many inactive, if any. You have accounts pending, invalid accounts, suspended accounts, rated accounts, used accounts, used accounts per minute, and used accounts per hour. So we're going in deep with stats this time. And we also have how many proxies you have pending and how many invalid proxies you have. It also tells you how many tweets total, tweets per minute, and tweets per hour. So if you wanted detailed stats, I know some guys love those. We have included these in this new version of TraffikBuster to make sure that you have all the data available in front of you, so you can run successful campaigns. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, the arrange tab, it just arrange the windows so you can have them here. And that's pretty much it. That's how the overview. We have taken put a lot of effort on making sure that the software is easy to navigate, easy to understand, easy to run. It's pretty much everything tells you what it does. And if when you click enable you have not set something up, you have missed something, or something is not working, like for example you missed to add your proxies, you missed to add something, whatever, it will give you a message telling you exactly what you are not putting in place yet that you have to go and fix. So it's pretty much a dump-proof type of software, but that's not an excuse. Please go and watch all the videos. The tool is powerful, but if you don't, and I know that many times we want to run and start using the tool right away, but if we skip over the videos and we don't watch exactly what each setting does, and especially we don't understand what they do, we start just hitting a lot of errors, and then we start thinking that the tool doesn't work, and it's not. It's just that you have to learn how to actually set everything properly so that the tool can run successfully and that you can make the most out of TraffikBuster version 4. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the other video where we are going to be covering all the settings and how and what each setting of the software does. Thank you for watching.